everybody, Gina DeLuca here. Okay, today I'm going to be experimenting. I want to try to replicate the look of water splashing. So I have mixed up some Liquitex Basics Titanium White. It's not very thin, but it's on the thinner side. It makes a slight mound, but not for long, because I want these paints to blend very easily. This is Liquitex Basics in Phthalo Blue with a tiny bit of the Golden Pthalo Green. Added to it, those two colors together just make very pretty water. So these paints have been mixed 1 part paint to 2 parts Floetrol. And then thinned as shown with my mixture of 90% water and 10% Floetrol. Okay, let's put down a base coat. Okay, I have done this part. I've sped it up quite a bit because it was an hour and a half long. I did a lot of fiddling. I know this is a weird angle, but you will get used to it as the thing starts taking shape. It looked better this way than upside down. So I started off with my airbrush, and I wasn't loving what was happening, but it did help to give me a somewhat organic shape to start with. But I think when I do this again, I will take a different approach. There was a lot of fiddling involved to get to what I was trying to accomplish, but I got there eventually. So this is only 2 colors, and I'm just blending and creating some shape to it, giving some direction. And I'm adding some, kind of taking the some of the blue from the splash and putting it into the reflection. But at the same time, I'm picking up some of the white that's in the reflection area and bringing it into the splash. I didn't want to just keep adding paint. So I was trying to use what was there and create what I was going for. So now I'm bringing in some of the blue to create some of those deeper tones. You can see it really helps to start create the lines in the splash. Making it come to life a little bit. And when you look at water splashing, there's going to be translucent areas where it's very thin, and then towards the edges. It's picking up the shadows of the things that are around it and behind it. Lots of futzing, more futzing. I would have kept futzing with this painting, but I had to leave to go pick up a key for the location where I will be shooting my first music video. I am super excited about that. I don't love seeing myself on video, but it is an exciting thing to have a music video. So I will just have to get over myself. Okay, trying to bring in some more of the translucent effects. Bringing in some highlights. Now I'm going to bring in some more of those deep tones down at the base, because that's where your darkest color is going to be. That's your shadow. You know, and as you're bringing in the lighter lights and bringing in the darker blues, it really starts to come to life. I definitely think there's an easier way to do this. I will try this again and see if I can make the process a little simpler. Okay, and so now I'm bringing in more of these deeper tones, trying to work the splash into the reflection. Every little bit of that dark blue that I'm adding just keeps making it pop just a little bit more. Trying to create something that is recognizable in fluid art is a challenge. I enjoy challenges. I think they're fun. I definitely learned a lot from this painting. And I really do think the next one will go a lot easier than this one. So now I'm putting these drops here kind of as placements. I'm not going to leave them like this. I mean, from a distance, it works for sure. But up close, I do want to go in once it's dry and paint some actual water droplets. They're not very difficult to paint. It's just really hard to control it with when you're working with, you know, the fluid paints like this. It's just much easier to get your shadows and your highlights. So now I just went back over top and I'm just kind of dabbing them, soften them up a little bit. I thought that I had messed that little section up, but it wound up looking cool. It looked like the water was twisting. Again, trying to work in those deep tones. It really starts coming to life when you get those deep, deep tones and the bright highlights. That's what gives you depth in a painting. If your paintings look flat, take a black and white picture of it. And if in the black and white picture you don't see a lot of contrast, that is a indicator that you need more highlights and more deep tones. Okay, so I'm just kind of softening up these edges and making it blend a bit more, and I think we are just about finished. Okay, here it is. Quite pleased with how this turned out. I will definitely be doing more like this. I'll probably do a series. I want to do a really big one. But you get up close, it's amazing. It doesn't look like much. But so much of painting is about letting your brain fill in the information. When you look at a Monet up close, it doesn't look like anything. But when you step back, your brain fills in the gaps, and then you have a picture. Well, I hope you learned something. I sure did. I learned a lot. And I hope you enjoyed. If you find these videos helpful, do check out the description box below for links to my PayPal tip jar if you feel so inclined and would like to help me stay stocked up in supplies. I am quite grateful for that. Also, the Amazon store. All of the items that I use you can generally find in my Amazon store. But if you enter through the link provided, anything that you purchase off the entire site of Amazon, I receive a small commission of it, no additional cost to you. Also, in the description box, you will find the link to my website, GinaDeLuca.net, where you can find my art and my music for purchase, including my brand new CD, Better Than Chocolate. And last but certainly not least, join us on Facebook. Come find our group. Go make some art with Gina DeLuca. Post your masterpieces. Ask your questions. Get some inspiration. Okay, that is it for me, you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Now go make some art.